Hello, good morning. In the previous class we had studied Gauss divergence theorem, and this is our last class because our unit is completed, and this is the last topic, that is the Stokes theorem. So the Stokes theorem, statement of Stokes theorem is, it states that the surface integral of the curl of a vector field A, here's the vector field A, over any surface S of any shape is equal to the line integral of the vector field A over the boundary of the surface, that is this surface integral of curl of A into ds is equals to the line integral, this is the curve integral, we can say that line integral of A dot dr. Here ds is the infinitesimal element of area of surface S and dr is the infinitesimal element of the boundary C of the surface. So this Stokes theorem, here the statement, we have to study only the statement of Stokes theorem because in our syllabus we have to study only the statements only. So this is the statement of Stokes theorem and it is useful. So it helps to convert surface integral into line integral and the vice versa, means we can convert surface integral into line integral by using the Stokes theorem, and line integral can be converted into Stokes theorem. We already seen that Gauss divergence theorem is studied. So in that Gauss divergence theorem we can convert surface integral into volume integral and volume integral into surface integral by using Gauss divergence theorem. By using Stokes theorem we can convert surface integral into line integral, and line integral can be converted into surface integral. So this is the statement of Stokes theorem. Here ds is the small area of surface S and dr is the element of boundary C of the surface. So in this way our first unit is completed. We will see the numericals of this topic, and numerical is very important according to exam point of view. So we will study the numericals. So this is the first numerical of our unit first. Calculate the divergence of the vector function A. Here the vector function has the value xyi plus yzj plus zxk. So we have to find the divergence of the vector function. So we know that divergence of vector function A is nothing but the operator dot A. Okay. So this is the divergence of vector function A. So in this put the value of operator. So we know the value of operator. Operator means del by del x of I plus del by del y of j plus del by del z of k. So this is the operator into, this is the dot product with the a, that means xyi plus yzj plus zxk. Okay, so this is the value of I and this is the operator. So we have to multiply I into I, means first x into this I. That means we have to I multiplied by I, j multiplied by j and k multiplied by k. Because other values becomes 0. So that's why we have to multiply I into I. So we get del by del x of xy plus del by del y of yz plus del by del z of zx. Okay, we know that del by del x of x is the 1 and this is the y, means here the differentiation only of x. So that's why y is the constant. So differentiation of constant means constant value, we get the constant value. Therefore, and here del by del x of x into y, here del by del x means 1 into y, we get y. Here also del y by del y 1 into z plus del by del z of z means 1 into x. Okay, so here we get the answer y plus z plus a. So this is the divergence of vector function A. Okay, so this is the solution of first numerical. Then this is the second numerical. If phi is equals to, this is the scalar function phi is equals to x square minus y square plus twice z. Find the divergence of gradient of phi. Here divergence of gradient of phi means we have to first of all calculate the gradient of phi, and we have to taking the dot product with operator. So for that firstly, divergence of grad of phi. So this is nothing but the operator dot phi. So this is the gradient and this is the divergence of gradient. Okay, so firstly we write the operator. Okay, this is first we calculate operator dot phi is equals to del by del x of I plus del by of j plus del by del z of k. So this is the operator value, and phi value means x square minus y square plus twice z. Okay, so this is the value of phi. After solving we get del by del x of x square, okay, plus del by del y j into y square, sorry, minus y square plus del by del z of twice z and vector k. So we get del by del x of x square means derivative of x square, that is the twice x. This is the twice x I plus del by del y of y square means twice y, and here's the minus sign, so that's why we write here minus of twice y and j plus del by del z of twice z. Del by del z of twice z. So we know that del z by del z means 1 into 2, that is the 2 and k. Okay, so this is the gradient of phi. But we have to find out the divergence of grad phi, means here we have to again put the value of operator, and after that we have to solve again. So we find divergence of this operator, sorry, divergence of this operator dot phi is equals to, here again the value of operator del by del x of I plus del by del y of j plus del by del z of k into, this is the gradient of operator, that is twice x I minus twice yj plus twice k. Okay, then again del by del x means I into I, del by del x of twice x minus del by del y of, here we write plus and minus twice y plus del by del z of 2. Okay, so here we get del by del x of x means 1 into 2, 2. Here the sign minus del by del y minus 2, and the derivative of constant means 0. So we get 2 minus 2 is the 0. Therefore divergence of grad of phi as the value 0. So this is the second number numerical. So in this way we can find out all the number of numericals by using this divergence of gradient, but this is not possible for you, because we have a time limit. So that's why again we are taking third numerical. There is another numerical. One term is the solenoid operator, means we have to prove which vector field is solenoid or not. So we have to prove this. Prove that, number third numerical, prove that vector A is equals to, which has the value 3y square z square I, 3y square z square and vector I plus 3x square z square j, 3x square z square vector j plus 3x square y square k, x square y square and vector k is a solenoid vector, is a solenoidal vector. So what is this sum? Solenoidal vector. The vector is solenoidal if the divergence of vector is 0. Means we have to calculate the divergence of this vector A, and we have to prove that the divergence value becomes 0. Then we can prove that this vector A is the solenoidal vector. So therefore we calculate firstly here A is equals to, firstly we calculate here divergence of A means operator dot vector A is equals to value of operator del by del x I plus del by del y of j plus del by del z of k. This is the operator value into value of I means 3y square z square I plus 3x square z square j plus 3 x square y square and k. Okay, so we have to find first I into I. So we get the value del by del x of 3 y square z square plus del by del y of 3 x square z square plus del by del z of 3 x square y square. Okay. But we know that here is no term of differentiation, here the differentiation of x, but there is no any term of x, here the differentiation y, but no y is present in the term, here the z, no z. Means the derivative of constant term, we know that this derivative becomes 0, so that's why divergence of A is equals to 0. Okay, and as the divergence of vector field A is equals to 0, so therefore the vector A is solenoidal vector. Okay, hence proved. So this type of numerical can be asked according to exam point of view. So this is very simple. If the divergence of any vector becomes 0, then we can say that the vector is solenoidal vector. So again numerical is so in this way we can calculate number of numericals. So I will send you on your group. Okay, it is not possible to solve a number of numericals on the this video. So I send you photos of numericals and we can read this, and if you have any problem we can contact me. Okay, thank you.